Hello friend, welcome back to Toyota Maintenance YouTube channel. And it looks like the shop is becoming full of Toyotas. And at two-wheel drive Tacoma, it's a year 2000. It has a manual 5-speed and 4-cylinder engine. It came for the engine oil change. So let's go together and take care of it right now. And of course, the first thing you want to do is heat up the engine so the engine oil can nicely flow out and you get rid of most of it. An engine oil drain plug, it's located here, and then it's a socket number 14. I have my oil catching pan ready here, so all I gotta do is undo that bolt, right? There should be gasket underneath it, and I'll be getting ready to catch all that engine oil. You can see nicely how it's flowing out of the oil pan, right? And here is the oil. Here is the detail of the bolt with that little washer there. Since it's dripping down there, I can come up here, start cleaning somebody's oil spill, which happened here in the past, right? Remove this plug, inspect it, what is inside, right? If there are some heavy deposit or if it looks good. This is all good to pay attention to all those details, right? Cap says 5W30, right? That's a preferable engine oil for this engine, so we will stick with that. I can also at this time go ahead, pull the dipstick out, right? And clean it nicely, make sure it's dry, because I'll be measuring later the levels. And when the engine oil is dripping out of the pan, I can obviously start doing inspection around here. There's a lot of things to check. It's always good to do something extra for your customers, right? I will definitely make sure, for example, that the windshield wiper reservoir is filled all the way up. I will say that should be mandatory for anybody who's touching this truck. I did a little bit of cleaning around here. With that oil dripping out, it's always a good idea to take your time, right? As you can see, it's still dripping. This is approximately 10 minutes. I will say, if you can afford it, let it drip out until it stops. That will be ideal, which might not happen to you, but I will say at least 20 minutes. I will apply back that bolt, ideally with the new washer. And I will tighten it nice, tight and snug. What is important, need to be tight and snug, but don't over tight it. You don't want to strip the thread in that engine oil pan. So now, why messy part of it? Well, unfortunately, on this engine, if you look over there, the design, the way it's done, I hope you will be able to see it. This is where the engine oil filter is. And it's right there, right? The black part. And it's unfortunately above the frame here, right? And that steering components. So there will be always a little bit of spill, and that will go all over that, and that's unfortunate in this case. These filters should be always just hand tight. So I've moved that catching oil pan, right? And I hope, oh yeah, that was really nice. Yes, somebody who worked on this previously didn't over tight it. I'm very happy. That makes my work easier. So I loosen that filter by hand, right? Now you can see from where that oil is coming down, right? It's the pan. If you loosen it only a few turns, Just drop it, don't drop it immediately. Now again, the best is to wait when this drainage, the dripping stop, and then remove that engine oil filter. When the dripping stop, I'm ready to get there, finish removing that old filter right in that position and drain it right here. When I do these services, I definitely use genuine OEM Toyota engine oil filters, right? They are priced really nicely, right? This filter costs approximately $7, including the tax. You can loop a little bit, always that O-ring, right? If you want with a clean oil. I wiped that housing which is on the engine, right? I already used the rack, wiped it clean, look there with the repositioning the light. So I'm ready, again, by the hand only, right? It's all dry, my glove, it's dry, and now I will tighten only by the hand, and that's it. That O-ring will make sure that the filter will not fall off. I'll show you the results. And I have nice Toyota brand new engine oil filter installed in the place. If you check your owner's manual for this engine to RZFE, you will find out that the engine oil and filter replacement needs 5.8 US quarts of engine oil. These engines use conventional motor oil. I have no reason to put full synthetic in this. It runs perfectly with the normal 5W30. To avoid the spills, it's always great to have a funnel. You can buy a funnel for approximately $40, which nicely screws in here, in that valve cover. Or I give you a little hint. If you take this engine oil, cut at the top of it, that thread actually perfectly screws in that valve cover too. We said this engine needs 5.8 quarts, right? So I have no problem to slowly pour in it 5 quarts. So I'm wondering, right? Here is the dipstick. I will go ahead, wipe it again, clean first. And I will put it back in the dipstick tube all the way in, and boom! I have my measurement. And it says it's very slightly above the max. Normally, you don't need to freak out because we don't want to overfill that engine. But now we will be starting it, and I guarantee you the level of the engine oil will drop, and we might be just perfect with those 5 quarts. And I will be starting this engine right now. I will very closely observe that engine oil pressure light, which is right there, right? It needs to go off really soon after the engine will start. Oh, it's a clutch, excuse me, my bad. Let's see. Did you see that? It really needs to go off so quickly. That means the pressure is there. We did it correctly. And the best is just visually check that everything is in the place. There are no leaks. Also underneath the engine, that everything is fine. And now I will let it run for approximately 1 minute. That's all I need, because I want the new oil evenly spread through the engine. After that I will shut it off, and I have to wait at least 5 minutes for the final measurement. Okay, this engine didn't turn for at least 5 minutes. Let's see if I was right. If the oil level went below that top mark, right? And we didn't do the mistake, and now we will have to drain some of it. But I bet you We are good. And I will show it to you up close. Oh, look at it. I hope you can see it. Right on the top mark. It's perfect. And that's basically it. As you can see, these procedures are fairly simple, right? You don't need any very special tools for it. Just have to observe the safety precautions, right? And have some patience. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure you're subscribed, because I have way more coming your way soon. See ya!